Welcome back, YouTube. I appreciate you guys tuning in, whoever's watching. Christmas is coming up soon, and today I'm heading out to something in Montana, so I figured, hey, while I'm driving, I got a little bit of time, and we can I can point you guys in the right direction as far as what to do during Christmas and New Year weeks, because these days are falling in the middle of the week. So basically it's going to be short, crappy weeks, pretty much is what it is. Some are going to get blessed and lucky, however you guys want to say it. Blessed or lucky, however you want to consider it. But for the most part, what happens is, in our freight world, I know that semi-trucks are rolling. You guys will see that. Amazon's going to be rolling, FedEx, UPS, all that stuff to deliver the packages for the holidays. Those kind of things, they're booming. Those guys are booming. For us, in the expediting world, we deal with brokers who have, direct customers for certain things. So unless it's like, a mine, something broke down in a mine in Nevada or, other states, because there's mines in New Mexico and Colorado and Arizona, but a lot of, our main gold mines from US are actually located in Nevada. But I'm not saying just those, just like an idea so you guys understand. If something breaks down at a facility like that, where they make, when they're losing hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars every single hour, depending on the production of their business, there's going to be freight if they don't have it in stock. These guys are so very particular not to lose money that for the most part, they actually have these things in stock, and not just one, but they have a backup, and then they have a backup for a backup and a backup for a backup. So they have their own sort of a store that they keep. All the mines do. And a lot of times the mines will actually sell to each other, sell parts to each other as well. But there's those instances where, yes, something's got to go, and not just to a mine, but really any kind of manufacturing facility or anything that's been forgotten somewhere and it needs to go somewhere, or whatever the case may be. Freight can be there, but it is going to be very slow. Brokers are going to be off for the most part. I don't know how that Monday's going to be, and I don't know how that Friday's going to be. It's going to be, in my over 10-year experience, it's going to be slow enough to where it's best to probably stay home for the Christmas and then the New Year as well. Come out after New Year as well. I mean, if you're not worried about it, you like camping out in the van, you're okay with it, you don't have family to be with or whatnot, then you can stay out. And if you get freight, then you get freight. Sometimes we can even get paid crazy deadhead miles as well, because there's no other options on brokers' end, because most people are going to want to be home for Christmas. Not so much for New Year, but everybody wants to be home for Christmas. And a lot of people want to be home for New Year as well, because it's going to be another slow week. So those of you guys who are thinking, man, I got to, make as much as I can, you really do. And then it's going to be until pretty much New Year, until January, things are going to be, slower, just because the holidays fall in the middle of the week. So a lot of these shipping companies and receiving companies and a lot of these factories, they give people time off. And so they're not really operating unless it's something that's out of the ordinary, or, they really, really, really need it. But a lot of times they're not even scheduling their delivery appointments until a couple days before and a couple days after that holiday. So I just wanted to pinpoint a few things. That way you guys can get a jump start on your plan, where you want to be and what you want to do, say for Christmas, and the same thing for New Year, because that's how things will be. Just so you don't get caught out in the middle of nowhere, or out and about on the road, and then say, well, how come my dispatcher didn't say that? Maybe your dispatcher will not say that if you work with somebody else, but I'm just giving you guys advice that it is going to be slower. And if you can sit at home, or can plan to be home by Christmas, and then just probably jump out I mean, if there is local freight or whatever, then you can tell your dispatch, hey, I can, do some local things if there is some, while it's, slow, and run that way. But otherwise, I would just, if it was me, I would go home, be home by Christmas, and then come back out after, in January, after the weekend. So you guys can take that advice and run with it and consider it, or you guys can do it your way and see how many of you guys will actually, be stuck for that 1 week for Christmas and then be stuck somewhere for, half a week. Because in the end, a lot of people, our drivers mostly are, they do have family, they do have friends they can go to all over the US. There's somebody where there's family, so you're not sitting in a van. But then there's some drivers who just really don't care, and they're okay with just being on the road. If I get a load, great. If I don't, I'm okay, because, I roll a lot, I make enough, I can afford to not have a load for half a week or 2 weeks, whatever the case is, or just have freight as it comes by. So something to think about. I hope you guys have yourself a very Merry Christmas. Very Merry Christmas. Don't forget what Christmas is all about. Don't leave Jesus out of Christmas. A lot of things are happening these days to where Christmas is not what Christmas should be all about. Christmas, we're celebrating the birth of Christ and our Savior. So it's not about the gifts. It's not about just being with family and hanging out and having a good, comfortable, jolly time. There's a reason why Christmas is Christmas, but, as the world progresses, we're leaving Christ out of Christmas. So don't forget why we're celebrating that holiday. And as far as New Year goes, hey, New Year's New Year. We celebrate New Year because whoever's made it past 24 is celebrating New Year because of all the good things, maybe the bad things. You want to improve on the good things, improve on having less of the bad things. I just wish you guys Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Hopefully your 2025 is going to be better than 24, at least X2, 2 times better. God bless you guys. Take care. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, do so. That's my biggest support that you guys can give me. That gives me motivation, and the channel grows. Thank you guys. God bless.